is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's taken down inside the 30. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Watson. And this is incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference now. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's a
touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, 23 yards for the touchdown. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Carr now to throw. Open man is Jalen Darden. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now on first down. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun now for Carr. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. It's C.J. And he coughed it up. And some room to maneuver. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a give to Edmonds. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Into the hands of Darden. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Carr. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Homer taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
McCann's got it teed up.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Again, it's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run.
He's got a man complete. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen darted 75 yards. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Washington 13.
McCann's got it teed up. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
first and 10. It's ETN.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running out of the gun with ETN. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And the Washington first down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give running right, ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And Ingram holds it in. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll run with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. One more time with ETN. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, Carr. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Carr now on 1st down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Darden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Washington 13.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, or not much time, we'll see how they play this. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The final shot before the break. Watson, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
Dancing away at the 35. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Flush to his right.
And that'll be caught by Darden. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
Going on the ground with Homer. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McCann for the point after.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Washington.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watson off play action. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not... quite desperation time yet. It's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practical.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this is back to an 8-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From midfield, here's Carr. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Washington on third down.
They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. It's brought in by Harris. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Edmonds. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Carr. He'll buy some time right.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
McCann now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
McCann's got it teed up. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A big play there out of the running game.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watson's throw taken in by Chark.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Watson.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here's Watson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run this with Homer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they